Welcome back to the plant-based podcast Asia. I'm your host Nick, and today we gonna discover the streets of Hong Kong. And by the way, if you haven't watched our last week's episode, then please go and check it out, because there we were in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, Vietnam, and we did the same. We discovered the plant-based scene and checked out what's going on there. And it's pretty amazing, because if you don't know yet, Ho Chi Minh City is in the top 10 vegan cities in the world. That's right. But today we're gonna discover Hong Kong together. And not just Hong Kong, but also the biggest vegetarian fair in Asia. And we were exhibiting there as our company, Swiss Plant-Based Foods. We were presenting our best melting plant-based cheese to the world, to Asia, to Hong Kong.
You don't have vegan cheese in mainland?
We don't have it. Oh my god!
I've been living nearly 10 years in Thailand, and yet this was my very first trip to Hong Kong. Hard to believe. I enjoyed Hong Kong a lot. One fact about Hong Kong before we dive in: Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated cities in the world, and it has one of the highest GDP per capita in the world. And we could see that, we could feel that. The spending power of the people there is pretty high, and also the prices are higher compared to like a place like Thailand or Vietnam. Now, let's go and have a look at the show in Hong Kong. And yeah, I got some extra goodies for you packed in this show today, where I introduce some of the brands that are in Hong Kong. Some people are doing pretty cool stuff, so let's go check it out.
So, what are you doing here exactly?
Yeah, we are selling the plant-based meal machine. So with this machine, you can make 5 minutes, make any plant-based meal. And for example, for soy meal, rice meal, you have to boil it. So only take 25 minutes. So,
Okay.
Yeah, and we have 1 year warranty. So yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
And how's the show going so far?
We just launched in December, so already sell over 500 pieces. So and we plan to enter the UK market after the Hong Kong market is
Okay, what's the brand called?
It's called oat milk.
Oat milk.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome.
So, what are you doing here exactly?
We're doing fermented foods in Hong Kong. We specialize in fermentation, so we wanted to do food that has packed with probiotics. None of our food has any preservatives or it's sterilized. We tell people to treat our food like it's fresh food. Please keep it in the fridge, because you can't. It's still live bacterium in there, and it's still fermenting.
Which one is your best seller?
Right now, we already sold out one of our hot sauces
I
and our
see.
kefir.
Ah, you do kefir
We do
also.
kefir, we do sauerkraut, we do fermented coffee, we do kombuchas and kefir sodas, all fermented in Hong Kong and produced here.
Thank you so much.
No problem, thank you.
Well, the biggest vegetarian event in Asia was pretty amazing. And that is from the perspective as our startup company exhibiting there, but also from the consumer perspective. Honestly, one little bit disappointing fact was that the show was vegetarian and not fully vegan. So of course it's great, there are all these different vegetarian products too, but still there are so many products containing dairy, like different yogurt brands or butter brands, or like, you know, other stuff that wasn't so new or innovative for me, as I usually like to find the new stuff, what's going on, like a 3D printed salmon, like we discovered in an episode last year when I was visiting Anuga, one of the biggest food shows in the world in Germany last year. So this show was exciting. It was cool. Like all the vendors, all the exhibitors are doing the plant-based or the vegetarian or the vegan stuff. But then there are not so many like, wow, I've never seen this kind of innovation things going on. A lot of vendors selling tea or just like, you know, I love tea, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that new, right? But still it was great to see like Hong Kong got some local oat milk brands, Hong Kong got some local plant-based butter brands, they definitely have some plant-based meat brands out there, so there are some there is some innovation happening in that space for sure. Now, apart from the show, I have to say Hong Kong, similar to Ho Chi Minh City in my last episode, does have a lot of vegan and vegetarian restaurants. And then again, like Vietnam and actually also Thailand, we have that. In Thailand we call it Chê, in Hong Kong they call it Chai, is that veganism that is coming from the Buddhist religion. So there are quite a few people that actually are on a diet like that, or they may eat it like once a week or twice or 3 times a month. So there are a lot of these like Chai restaurants out there in Hong Kong, but you also get the more modern vegan lifestyle restaurants. In the shops, however, there are lots of vegan products to be discovered, different to Ho Chi Minh, where there were a lot of vegan restaurants, but in the stores you couldn't really find plant-based products. But in Hong Kong, there are a lot of brands out there. A lot of the stuff is imported, but they do have some local producers that are making plant-based meat, plant-based seafood, plant-based snacks, different types of milk, and oh my gosh, the tofu market, that is just amazing. I mean, I guess all over Asia we have a big tofu consumption. It's a superfood. I hope you eat your tofu too, but it's just a whole other level from Thailand. The selection of tofu you get, like the soft tofu, the hard tofu, the roasted tofu, the tofu skin, you name it. There's like all these different kinds of brands. So that's quite exciting and very affordable also compared to like the other products, which may be a little higher priced when it comes to like the novel food products. So there are definitely lots of plant-based options out there. Well, I definitely look forward to visit Hong Kong a next time. I'm very sure that wasn't my last visit. So hopefully we're gonna be exhibiting there again next year, because I have to tell you, we sold out all our products that we brought to the show. They were gone within 3 days. The feedback was really, really good. And so yeah, hope to see you there. Please help to share this episode and share it with a friend, share it with your family, inspire others to eat healthier, more sustainable, and of course do a great choice for the animal welfare also, just so that it's said once again. And then please leave your comment, like, subscribe, you know it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode, where we're gonna have some guests here in the new plant-based podcast studio in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Thank you for helping to inspire, educate, and connect with each other. I'm your host, Nick. This is the Plant-Based Podcast Asia. See you next time.